Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Tara and I'm with Adams Edge Marketing. And today we're going over passwords. And we asked the question in our blog this week, why is it important to protect your business with strong passwords? What an important question these days. So let's back up a little bit and say that, Adams Edge Marketing, myself, which is basically me, and my friend Phil, who helps with editing occasionally if there's a lot of work writing. And so we write a lot. We write a lot of different content. We write a lot about hacking, Bitcoin, cybersecurity. Um, this is a regular problem. It has increased. There's all kinds of studies that I could include. This is not about that, but it is kind of a similar problem that is increasing. And so with that is the fact that it's very real that there are people who just sit around all day trying to break into people's websites, into their personal online accounts. And I can't tell you how many businesses I know, because I work with a lot of businesses who have been hacked or phished, which is PHISH, or scammed in some way. In fact, just recently, Barbara Corcoran, who, if you're familiar with the Shark Tank, she experienced this through a scam that happened with her assistant. Actually, it wasn't her assistant. So someone used her assistant's email, only actually they didn't, emailed her CPA. I guess they do real estate and renovations. So the CPA got an email saying that they were looking for such amount of money, about 400 grand is what it sounds like, to be able to do some remodeling. And the CPA was used to this email address and did it. Unfortunately, it was an email address that was off by one letter, and that wasn't caught by the CPA. They have no way right now, they have no way to get to this person. They don't know how to find them. So she's out 400 grand. Now, that's not even a really good example, because they didn't actually get into the assistant's email. They didn't impersonate her, but that happens. That I've actually known some companies that have experienced that. So we're going back to basics. We're going to passwords. And this is something that every business has, every person has. So why do I know so much about this? Well, besides the fact that I'm married to an IT director who has always taught me about the strength of passwords, I've also had friends who used one password for everything. And when that password is found out, guess what? Everything is found out. Everything is accessible at that point. So when I work with clients and they give me access to their accounts, I'm always very careful as to how they relay that information to me. And if they don't already have strong passwords, I encourage them to, let's change that, and let's make sure you have a strong password, and let's keep all of our information somewhere secure where we're not sending it back and forth by email. That's something that's not addressed in this blog this week, but email is not a secure way to pass login information to someone. If you are using someone to help you do part of your social, or getting into your admin of your website, you do not want to be passing the entire login information through email. It's just not secure. So let's go back to what makes a strong, secure password. So we talk about that, and just basic, I'm just going to go over it because you can read the blog. Essentially, you want to make it so that it's harder. So it is not unusual, if the place that you're logging into will allow it, to have like a 45 letter or character password these days. The longer it is, the harder it is to break. The more opportunities that if you use upper lowercase letters, you use numbers, you use other characters such as exclamation point or number sign or ampersand, any of those things makes your password stronger. Now, let's say that you use the password, I love 3 hamburgers, exclamation point. Okay, so that's a long password. could be uppercase, lowercase. But let's say you're the Hamburglar, that's going to be a pretty obvious password. So you want to avoid that because, again, if somebody these days, it's not so much as random, especially with passwords, it's generally they have some knowledge of you, they have some reason to want to get into your passwords. So if they know you or they can get to know you, so if they stalk you online through your Facebook or your other social platforms, LinkedIn, if you respond a lot on discussion boards, if you are active in some way online and they can get this information, they're going to use it. And I Love Hamburgers is a kind of a lame example, but it's just one I pulled up. But so these are things to look for. And I've worked with a lot of clients that are like, Tara, I've got so much on my plate, so much to think about. You know, marketing alone has so many things going on. You want me to try and figure out an unbreakable password and guard it. Like, who has time for that? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm with you because I'm like you. I have a business, I have a family, and I have all kind of things that first thing on my to-do list is not to just create new passwords that are unbreakable. But something that can help you is using password managers. There are different kinds out there. I'm blocking on the one that I know that some of my clients use. I can't think of it, but there's quite a few out there. RoboForm is one that comes to mind. There are others, but and I have links to some that are paid and some that are free that you can use. Again, be careful just because those have been hacked before in the past, those programs, but they make it easier. And to say that you won't be hacked at all, if somebody is out to hack you, they're going to pretty much find a way, but you can make it harder while still making it easier on you. And the password managers help with that. Some of them can actually create strong passwords for you and then record that in their program so that you don't have to remember it. Especially if you didn't create it, you're not likely to remember it. That's probably the easiest hack I have for being able to create a strong password and remember it, keep up with it. And with that, there are apps that you can use on your laptop, your PC, but you can also use it on your phone. One special note, and I included this in the blog, is that I have clients that come to me and they come to me after having a bad experience. So maybe they trusted someone, maybe it was someone they knew, maybe it's someone they were related to that was working on their marketing. It may be one aspect or all of it. That relationship came to an end, sometimes amicably, sometimes not. But what happens is they leave access to these people, and that's a problem. So we talked about trying to give someone your login information in a secure manner. One thing to do is to share like a Google Doc that you two have access to, and you just put it there. Another thing you could do is have like a Dropbox, like a folder somewhere there. Now, these are not impenetrable places, but it is better than information going back and forth through an email. Another thing you can do is send like one aspect of the login through email, another through text. If it has multiple aspects, like another code you have to place, you could do that through Messenger. Anything so that it's not all in one place so that someone can easily hack it. I'm sorry, my cat's in the background singing the song of his people. I don't know what to do with him. So what happens is when you have someone working on your stuff, as soon as you know that you are going to be ending that relationship, it is totally appropriate to take access away and to let them know that access has been taken away. Anyone that works in marketing knows and understands that and actually appreciates it, because here's the thing. If for whatever reason a client has ended their relationship, perhaps they needed a different type of marketing. Maybe they went somewhere where they are, going to a e-commerce or something that I don't do. There's no animosity. We just, we're doing what's best for each other. but I still have access to their Facebook, their Instagram, their Twitter, their email, program, all these things. I don't want that, particularly if it's at the back end or the admin section of their website. No, thank you, because here's what happens when you have someone else in there. Anything that happens, I'm just as liable or able to be blamed, and I don't want that. So I want them to have access. I just no longer want me having access. So most anyone knows and recognizes that. That's reputable in the industry. And if you ever need help with that, you can always Google how to probably just Google how to take someone off my social platform or whatever it is. There's lots of instructions, lots of videos that'll walk you through it. But you definitely want to make sure that's something you do and protect yourself. Even if they have no animosity or no reason to be mean about it, it's just a good common courtesy for all around safety and security for everyone. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the blog. I hope that you have a strong password and do not get hacked in any way. If you have any questions about this or anything else digital marketing related, particularly with content marketing, since that's what we do here, please give a call or reach our contact form on our website at adamsedge.com. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you soon.